Alright guys, here we are with another Final Fantasy VII video. Let's begin explaining a couple of things that we have to do in this next part. We're basically in the coral area, and we have to get down to the gold saucer area. And that's pretty much walking in this general direction up this mountaintop here. And we're going to be going up the hill like so, avoiding the enemies as much as possible. I just like to battle them because I like to get my experience points up at this point in time. Because you need like 30,000 gil to get through the gold saucer area, so this is where the training comes into play and getting the levels up. So I'm starting out to basically start training my characters up because I already have the motor drive and I already have the force stealer. All I'm missing is the W machine gun that's coming up pretty soon, and we'll be able to get those numbers up for everything in just a moment. But we gotta be patient because I gotta walk through this next part, dealing damage with some of the enemies that are coming up. And we're gonna be training some essentials here before we do anything. And we're going to get rid of this creature here, this creature thing, and we're going to get some experience from it. There we go. And yeah, that's pretty much... This next part is just obtaining experience and climbing all the way to the top as much as possible. But we're going to train Cloud up to have 30,000 gil in order to get the lifetime pass to go to the gold saucer. However, that takes a bunch of time. As soon as we get in here, we're gonna do a couple of tricks here. I'm trying to get over there as soon as possible. It's just that the direction of this controller is giving me a hard time. There we go. So, we're gonna be moving on up the hill, up the mountain, like so. We talk to this guy. He's gonna give us a lead on where Sephiroth is going. And he's amazed that we're actually speaking with him because he's just some random guy that that's warning the pedestrians that it's dangerous up top, up the mountain, because there's another reactor up here. So we're just gonna be moving on up and climbing up the mountain like so. And yeah, that's pretty much this next part. It's pretty generic, pretty general. I'm still fighting to get experience points here, so we're just gonna get some experience points. And yeah, give or take, it does take a while to actually get the 30,000 gil trained up. So I'm probably not gonna film the 30,000 gil training because it takes a lot of time. But it does involve repetition in terms of this area because this is where you basically get your XP grinding set area to actually get the experience points firsthand to actually prepare for the rest of the game. And some of the things I'm going to do are going to be preparations for what's about to happen. So we're just going to get ready for all that. And we're just going to use Bolt. Let's see if it actually does any damage. There we go. We got rid of the dinosaur. I look at them as dinosaurs, but a mixture with a turtle. But they're fantasy creatures, so it's okay. So we're up to 4,000 gil. We still need at least 26,000 gil left to go. If I would have won the game, the mini game with the parade, I would have had more gil to spend, and this would have been a lot easier. But unfortunately, I'm just no good at that game, so we're just gonna pass over it and worry about it later. We're just gonna train for the most part to compensate for it. And that's pretty much what I'm doing overall. Just battling anything that comes in my path. And quite frankly, there's a lot of monsters to take out, so we're basically in good hands here. We're gonna keep on using Matra Magic and Chuckamog. We're probably going to reset the order of the materia for all these characters in general. I'm going to double check that before I actually level up my characters and do the actual training. I'm going to double check all the materia so it all makes sense. And we're just going to get that all figured out before we actually train to our heart's content here to get to the very top and get the 30,000 gil. So, we're moving through, we're getting rid of these dinosaurs because, oh, and we got to level up for all. That's a good news. And we're just going to keep on moving down the reactor. And there's another bridge that we're going to be opening up we're going to open up, but I'm probably going to breeze over that in editing because it's really not that important and it's a lot of battling. So we're probably going to breeze over that. We're not going to fight this fireball because the fireball is a pretty mean creature to fight with. He's one of those creatures that will take you out if you're not too careful. So we're just going to keep on moving. And now we're basically got a save point here, which is going to come in handy. But what's even more handy is the item that's up. Well, we'll get to it. I'm gonna collect all the items that are down here, down below, just to make sure, because we're gonna fall at least 3 times. So you fall to the left and then to the right. There's nothing really in the middle, but I like to fall anyways, just in case. Just in case there's anything extra that I didn't miss. Because once you fall and you come back up, you don't technically go through this again. So we go up here and we finally collect the W machine gun, which is amazing because it actually doubles materia growth for Barret as well. So that means we got our W machine gun and we're going to double everything. But we're going to probably rearrange the materia so it makes sense in a moment. But we're going to probably do that later on in another video, or probably just in general when I finally get the 30,000 gil. I'll rearrange this because you don't want to have a summoning materia in the position of a double materia. I mean, you can, but I don't really want to master the summoning materia at all, so it's going to be rearranged. I'm probably going to rearrange everything in general. So, we're running away from the fireball. We already opened up the bridge that was in the before area. It took a lot of training and a lot of enemies, so I just skipped over it. And basically, this is North Coral. We deal with Barret's backstory, his origins, really. And he basically was rejected by everybody here because apparently he wasn't that great of a guy. He basically is the reason that Coral is in the state that it's in. And that's pretty much what happened here. They're not very happy with him. They're just like saying, oh, you're not worth it, because why did you come here, and whatnot. And they just laugh because they're not worth the effort, and they just call him a techno freak, and then they just walk away. So basically, Barret was a coal miner. This is basically based off of coal mining, and there's a lot more to unpackage here from the backstory. I'll get into it as soon as we get into it. When we arrive to the gold saucer, we'll definitely speak about it more in terms of detail. But go into this room, you'll get 50 gil to sleep and to rest. And of course, we get to save the game going out of North Coral into the main area. But do be careful when you go to the main area. There's these card monsters that basically shoot cards at you, and you really don't want to mess with them too much, because they can launch some really interesting cards at you. But they are manageable, but I'm just going to save the game right here. But do try to avoid the card monsters as much as possible. Don't walk out there unless you have to. And yeah, we're just Going to train Cloud and the gang as much as possible to get the 30,000 gil. We already have 6,000, so that just leaves 24,000 to go. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing for the next couple of hours. Or rather, I'm going to be doing for the next couple of hours to get this done. Well, I'll catch you guys later on the next one.